Good morning. What a lovely morning it is today. I'm just getting ready to go out on Paddington. Got a nice day off work. I've taken a day's annual leave actually. The train strike's on today. I was meant to be on a late shift, and I found out yesterday there's some RMT, I think it is, strike. So I thought, you know what, I cannot be doing with the headache of worrying about getting home later on because the trains they're limited and they're not running. So I thought I'll take the day off. So I've taken a day's holiday, and I'm going to go out on Paddington. There he is, looking as marvellous as ever, as the all-year motorcyclist says, marvellous. I'm going to have a lovely day out. I might ride over to possibly Dunstable Downs and have a coffee and a sandwich or a piece of cake, or perhaps a sandwich and a piece of cake. But I'm really looking forward to it actually. A nice surprise day off. I want to talk about something actually this morning, fate. It's a nice little story actually. So I've got Paddington, my pride and joy, but I've also got this. It's a T4 Volkswagen van. I've had it about, I've owned it twice now. So I first bought it in 2014 and 2.5 diesel. When I bought it, it had 61,000 miles on the there or thereabouts on the clock, 60 odd thousand miles on the clock. And I bought it and I used it driving up and down the motorway, to and from work every day into London, and then I had lovely memories with the children, the family, driving to the seasides and things, just memories, real nice memories. And then in 2021, so I'd owned it for about probably 6 or 7 years, and at that point I put 165,000 miles on the clock. So I'd put, over a period of 7 or 8 years, about over 100,000 miles on it already. So it's, about that. I'd put myself over 100,000 miles on it. So I was driving up the motorway, and I thought, you know what, the ULEZ thing's coming in, so I'm going to have to get rid of it because I can't bring it into London because I'm going to have to pay ULEZ charge. And there's some wonderful memories. I've got a bed in the back and I used to sleep in the back of the van when I'm getting off work late or finishing 4 in the morning at work. And I thought to myself, I don't want to sell it because I've got the memories of the children, going to the seaside, family trips, etc. So I thought I'll just retire it and putter about. Well, I'm driving up the motorway. This was in February 2021. And after making that decision, I'm not going to sell it, I'm going to keep it, just for pure memory's sake. I come off the motorway along the bypass, some lunatic pulls out across the bypass, stops in the middle of the bypass, and I go obviously crash into the side of him, nearly killed myself really, write the van off. I was gutted, so half hour after making the decision I'm going to keep it, I write it off. So that was it. I was obviously gutted about that, and that was February 2021. So lo and behold, I write it off, and it's gone off to a scrap merchant who recovered the vehicle, and insurance. After battling with insurance, I ended up getting paid out for it, and that was a nightmare in itself, to be honest, because insurance, that's another topic altogether. So anyway, so that was in February 2021. About 2 months ago, so over 2 years later, I thought I want to buy another Volkswagen van. And I didn't want to get a new one because they're so expensive. I thought I'll just get an older one where I can just potter about, and they're so nice to have. And I'm looking on the internet, and would you believe it? I see my van for sale. I thought, I don't believe it. So over 2 years later, I see my van for sale. So I look at the van, I ring them up and I said, that van, that was my old van. And the gentleman that I spoke to on the phone, he was down in Colchester, he said, yeah, it come in as a cat. It was a write-off, but it was actually it was a, I think it was a Cat S structural. Um, I think they deemed it is, and they've done all the work on it. He said it's sat in my yard for 2 years, and I've just get it all done up, got it all sorted, and I'm selling it. So I thought, I cannot believe it. And obviously due to the memories I got with the van, so I said, right, I'll have it. And I went down, I got on the train, went from Hitchin down to Colchester, and see the van, looked lovely, checked it out. I bought it back. But would you believe it only had 40 miles more on the clock than when I last had it? And it basically, that was to drive it to the MOT station, is to get it MOT'd. So, as I said, talking about fate, it was meant to be, to get my vehicle back, to get my van back. So there I am, driving up the motorway, debating whether to sell it because of the ULEZ, and then decide, yeah, I'm going to keep it due to the memories I have. Half hour later, I write the thing off, and then gutted about that. Over 2 years later, I see it for sale, and I buy it back with only 40 miles on the clock, 40 miles more on the clock. So it's now done. I think I've now got about 166,000 miles on the clock. It's 2.5 diesel. I mean, they go on and on and on. And it's wonderful just to potter about in. I've got a, it's lovely. It really is lovely. So there you go. Anyway, I thought I'd just mention that fate, life, fate is, I really do believe in fate. You could come out of the door and turn left and one thing could happen, you could turn right and something completely different could happen. So there we are. Anyway, just a short, quick video this morning. I might do another one later on when I'm out on Paddington. But it's a lovely day. I hope you all have a lovely weekend. To get out on your bikes, breathe in that fresh air, and as I said previously in the previous video, enjoy life, because you know what, tomorrow is never ever ever promised. Just enjoy it, get out, and just smile and be happy, and have a lovely weekend. And from me and Paddington and Bluebell, that's what her name is, Bluebell, hope to see you soon, talk to you soon. Bye.